Hi, my name is Hugo Kellerman. This is Maya. We'll do a quick 20-minute flow for you. Maya, why don't we start in child's pose, please? So she's going to find a comfortable place for her knees on the floor, forehead is on the ground, and you can have your knees wider than your ribs to let the ribs sink towards to the floor. And while you're here, just see if you can begin to tune into your breath. Deep 4-second long inhales with a brief pause at the top and a 4-second long exhale with that soft brushing sound at the back of the throat. And a couple of more cycles like that. Just really feeling that breath cruising through you, energizing you. And while you're here, see if you can begin to straighten your arms forward, lifting your elbows off of the floor, your forearms off of the floor, and grounding down through the thumb and the index finger, the inner edges of the hands. Armpits are hollowed out, the tricep sides rotates towards to the floor, and the bicep sides rotates up towards to the sky. Great. Now on your next inhalation, lift your hips off of your heels, rise on up to hands and knees position. Draw the knees in a little bit closer, and we'll just flow through a couple of cat-cows to warm up the spine. Inhale, dip down with your spine, lift the chin till the tailbone, and exhale, reverse that shape, palms, knees press. And just twice more. Inhale, shoulder heads roll. Exhale, press down and round. And one more full cycle. Inhale and exhale, belly button in. Nice. And now look for a neutral spine. Climb the hands about 3 to 5 inches forward. Give yourself a little bit more space. Tuck your toes under and downward facing dog. Lift your knees off of the floor and relax your neck and your head down. So we like to spend about a minute in the first down dog because it's an inversion. That means your head is below your heart. It can be a bit of a new sensation, especially if you're new to yoga. But eventually the down dog, this pose, becomes a restorative posture or a resting posture. Not so much restorative, but definitely a resting posture between the bigger poses. So about 2 more breaths here, sometimes moving the head gently side to side, relaxing the jaw, the muscles on your face could be really, really nice as you just keep dropping out of the head and into your body. Really, really good. And then just journey the hands back towards to your toes, grab your elbows and take a forward fold, Uttanasana. Neck still soft. And the heels press down as the sits bones lift towards to the sky. Feel your inner thighs rotate back. And those elbows and shoulders are just hanging, serving as a weight, decompressing anything available. Real good. And then just take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, drop your fingertips to the floor. Bend the knees a little bit so you can keep your hands on the ground flat and climb back out, downward facing dog. Real good. And use your next inhalation, shift first to plank position. We'll be here for 5 breaths today. If you need to modify this anytime, you can always drop your knees onto the floor. So this is a great pose to bring a very good engagement into our bodies. The legs have to work, the core has to work, the arms have to work. Every muscle is engaged. Last 2 breaths. One more inhale. And lift your hips high, go back to downward facing dog. Feet a little bit closer together, slide your right leg behind you into a 3-leg dog or lift it behind you and bend your right knee. Open the hip nice and wide so the inner thigh is lifting. Left heel is sinking, left sideways pulls back. So even in the sideways style. And then square the hip down and squeeze your knee to your nose. Shift your shoulders over your wrist and just step your right foot down next to your right thumb. Step your left foot up to meet the right foot top of the mat and take a forward fold again. On your next inhale, rise on up to stand. Swing the arms skywards. Hands to prayer position. Beautiful. Inhale, reach your arms up, get longer. And swan dive, empty the lungs. Keep a soft bend in the knees. As you glance your heart forward, lift your left leg behind you, so hands stay on the floor if you can. Aha! Good. Make sure those hips are nice and squared. Back inner thigh rotates to the sky. And then bend your right knee, drop step the left toes way behind you. Slide your wrist underneath your shoulders. And for this class, just take your right arm up towards to the sky. Take a nice open twist. I love starting my practice with this pose. I call this a semi-standing pose. You have one hand on the ground. And it's kind of standing pose in the body, but you have that support from your hand. It's also very accessible. Just a nice twist. Throw the right hip back an inch or two. Beautiful. One more inhale. And put your right hand on the floor. Exhale. And as you inhale, pull that right foot back to a plank. And as you exhale, shift forward and lower all the way down to the mat. Good. Untuck your toes. Gentle cobra. Palms squeeze. And touch your chin to the floor as you exhale. Tuck your toes under. Push to plank as you inhale. And back to down dog. Hips high. Great. Left leg reaches as you inhale. Again, turn the hip open. If you want to keep that leg straight for today, that's nice. Right heel can sink. And just see that your right hip doesn't get so much shorter than the left. It can feel good, kind of like an Oreo cookie. It feels really good, but it's not necessarily good for you. So just, when you do it, make sure it's not overdone. And square the hip down, squeeze that left knee to the forehead, and step the foot down next to the thumb. Follow that right foot next to the left. So right foot steps up and forward fold again. And this time just halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, drop your head down. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Swing the arms up. Hands to prayer position. Inhale, reach your arms, get longer. And exhale, forward fold. Okay, so bend the knees a bit. Keep your fingertips on the floor. Heart forward. Lift your right leg behind you. It's a standing split. And drop step those right toes way back. End up with your wrist underneath your shoulder. And as you're ready, left arm reaches to the sky for that beautiful twist. Right bicep can turn forward. Right shoulder blade hugs down the back. Not officially not a back bend. I like to put a little bit of a back bend there so you can breathe properly. One more breath in. Exhale, plant the left hand down. Inhale, plank position. Shift forward, lower halfway or all the way. Cobra as you inhale. Spread the collarbones wide. And touch the chin, tuck the toes. Push up, inhale. And exhale to the downward facing dog. Really, really good. And then from here, just bend your knees, look forward. Step, walk, or hop your feet to your hands. Halfway lift as you inhale and fold as you exhale. Now let's add chair into the mix. Bend your knees, sink the hips low and reach your arms. And we're holding this one for 5 breaths today. It's a great pose to warm up the legs and also straightening your spine out. So we're very tempted to put a big back bend into that chair pose. Think of it as a hollow body posture. The low belly lifts off of the thighs. And armpits are still hollowed. Pinky finger is longer than everything else. And then as you exhale, press to stand and draw the hands to prayer position. Let's take chair again. Bend your knees, sit a little bit lower. And as you exhale, fold forward again. So same drill as before. Hard forward, fingers stay on the floor. You lift your left leg up behind you. And once again, drop step. Land light as a feather. And this time swing the arms straight up, both of the arms, crescent pose. So you can see Maya is keeping a slight bend in her back knee, which allows for the hip to be in a neutral and leveled position so the hip is not tilting forward or back. You could draw your right hip back maybe a bit more, send the left ribs forward, and the elbows as straight as can be. If it feels okay on your neck, you might be able to look up towards the sky. So just really adding that beautiful balancing quality. One more breath there, and hands to the floor as you exhale. Inhale, plank again. Exhale, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and right back to downward facing dog. So we're just adding a little bit more velocity. Bend your knees, sink the hips, step, step, or float to the top of your mat. Glance out healthy and fold as you exhale. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach your arms. Rise to stand, hands to prayer. Chair pose, number 4. And fold forward. I think that was number 3. Anyhow. Glance your forward, lift your right leg behind you, three-legged, and once again drop step lightly. Next, inhale, arms to the sky, crescent position, and stay for your exhale. So exhales allow you to deepen, let the hips drop down more, and the inhales give you the opportunity to lengthen. Side ribs are long. And if you're doing the pose correctly, it should feel effortless. It should feel like you're getting a massage. It's not like you're falling asleep relaxed. You're like engaged in a present moment. Just enough intensity to really purify your mind. Take one more breath, fullest expression, and then hands to the floor as you exhale. Inhale, plank, quiet. Exhale, chaturanga, upward facing, and downward facing dog. Beautiful. And then swing that right leg towards to the sky. Inhale. Squeeze your right knee to your right tricep and just hold that one for 3. Make sure you're not holding your breath. We're holding the pose. 2. Try not to rest the knee on the tricep either. And just pull that knee into the middle and step your right foot next to your right thumb. Get it up there. So if the foot didn't make it up there, good. And then turn your left foot sideways. Left foot sideways. Stay on your right fingertip. Take your left arm up to the sky. That's side angle pose. And one of the key ingredients of side angle pose is pulling your right outer hip back and in, using your back leg for fuel, and then turning the chest open. So is what I like to call an open twist. You're twisting into an open direction. And if possible, you can even rotate that top arm in the shoulder socket and maybe add that top arm into the mix. You just want to make sure you don't pop the front rib, so keep the bottom rib a little bit more extended. Front knee can bend another inch if possible. Amazing. Look down. Put your left hand down. Take your right arm up to the sky again. Spin to the ball of your left toe though this time. And without changing anything or not too much, just put your back knee on the floor so the arms stay. Can you pick that left foot up? Reach back with your right hand and grab the foot or the ankle. So there's a thigh stretch. And the breath is just a great way to check whether you're being present and relaxed and in the flow. Remember, it's a moving meditation. You're not competing. It's the poses are tools, like the room we're in. You know, you're not looking at the drill and the nails and stuff. You're looking at the actual room. The actual room is a result of the tools. And what you should be aiming for is the state of meditation, the calmness in your mind. These poses are just the nails and the hammer. One more inhale there. Softly let that back foot go. Clench your hands again and come right into a down dog this time. Very good. And then shift first to plank. See if you can do 3 push-ups. Touch your chin as you inhale. Exhale, push up. 2 more. Keep the belly button in. Feel free to drop the knees if you need to. Exhale, push up. Beautiful. Very wise. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale all the way down. Wait for your exhale. And then inhale, take a cobra pose again. Hug the elbows back. And make your way back to downward facing dog. Amazing. And just 5 breaths in dog. You can always let a sigh out or something, especially if you feel like you're overheating. If you're in a warmer climate, you know, that's what animals do. They stick their tongue out. You might see your dog do that in the summer. Learn from the animals. They are not conditioned like us humans. Left leg reaches if you're ready. And knee to the left tricep. Remember, we're holding this for 3. And 2. Pull that knee into the middle. Step the foot all the way up. Beautiful job. Turn your right foot sideways. Stay on your left fingertips. Right arm reaches up towards to the sky. Side angle pose. Aha. Back leg has a lot to do with this. A lot of times we underestimate. It's kind of a hidden thing, the back leg, but that's where a lot of the length and the stability comes from. And then if available, with the shoulder still soft, can you rotate that right arm and extend it forward? You guys want to make sure that this top right hip doesn't turn towards to the floor. As a matter of fact, it keeps turning more into an external rotation as that left hip swings back, and there is a really, really powerful reach and length between the front middle finger, hip, and heel. Gorgeous. Look down. Put your right hand down. Take your left arm up. Spin to the ball of your right toe again. And just hyper gently, right knee to the floor. Reach back with your left hand. Grab the ankle or the foot, whatever you can find. And that right bicep turns forward. That's the Vashisthasana position in the right arm and the right shoulder. Good, and then without a sound, release that back foot. Plant the left hand. Meet me in downward facing dog. She's taking a vinyasa. Nice. That's always optional. She can't escape the 3 push-ups though, which is coming this time. Shift forwards plank pose, knees or not. Inhale, touch the chin. Exhale, squeeze. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale, move slow. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale all the way down. And stay for your exhale. Take your arms wide like a T shape. Yes, really, really good. And turn your head towards to your left hand. Left hand. That's your right. To your left hand. And bend your left knee. That's it. Now imagine you want to do a push-up with your left hand. So you're going to actually bend your left elbow. Push down through the left hand. And she's going to roll to a right outer hip. Head can stay on the floor so that right shoulder is getting a great stretch. And if it doesn't feel great in your neck, we're not holding this long, but if so, you can always use a book, or if you have a yoga block handy, and rest your head there. Fantastic pose, by the way. Also very accessible. Everybody can do this. Great. Transition through the middle. Spread the arms and take it over to the other side. Aha, that's it. And you notice that as Maya's pressing down through her right hand, the right shoulder is moving more onto the top of the left shoulder. So that's sort of the leverage. That's where you decide how intense you want this to get. Lovely. And then come back down onto your belly, please. And bend both of your knees and reach back and grab your ankles with your hands. And see if you can flex your toes. That means the toes point towards to the kneecaps. Make sure your knees don't splay out wide. Lift your knees, your thighs off of the floor. Start pushing your shins back. And it's a huge, huge back bend. We're only doing this once today, so how about 3 more breaths? The heels lift, shins are pressing, hands are gripping. 2. Last inhale, and softly release down as you exhale, letting the legs go. Good. Slide your hands into a cobra position, And how about child's position? Just roll over the knees, pull the hips back towards to the heels. And we're just taking a moment here, letting that sink in. Excellent. And then come back to hands and knees. And just climb your knees towards to your wrists. So pull your knees closer to your wrist. That's it. Cross your ankles behind you. Send your legs out in front of you. And have a seat. Yeah, that's it. Now squeeze your right knee towards to your chest. You're going to wrap your left arm around your right knee and bring your right hand behind you. So you're taking a seated twist. And the left toes are fanned open, the left heel pressing forward. Sits bones are pressing down, heart space is lifting. Great, and then turn your head forward, let that right knee fall down onto the floor, and take both of your arms up towards to the sky, just like you did in crescent. Draw your belly in, look at your left foot, and as you exhale, fold forward. See if you can grab the foot, and if you can't, you can just put your hands onto your sticky mat and hug the heels of the hands back. Again, breath is still deep. Okay, and then come on up. Use your right hand to pull that right knee back up. Straighten your right leg forward. Squeeze the left knee in. Wrap your right arm around your left knee. Bring the left fingertips behind you. Again, as we discussed at the start of this class, inhales length. So you press down through your sit bones and lift. And as you exhale, you take that twist just another inch or so deeper, maybe just a quarter inch, depending on what you're working with. Beautiful. Look forward, let that left knee softly land. Take your arms up towards to the sky, face your straight leg, and take a forward fold. We usually do the folds on the exhales. Again, the folding is the actual deepener, and the preparation is the lengthener. And then I slowly come on up. Use your left hand to pull that left knee up and straighten both of your legs. Reach both of your arms towards to the sky. On a long exhale, lean forward again. Spreading the ribs over your thighs. And usually the head can drop towards to the knees. Just make sure you don't let the shoulders climb up towards to the ears. The inner thighs rotate. Sit bones spread a little bit. Great, and then slowly rise on up. And reach your fingers out in front of you. Your arms out in front of you. So hover your arms. Really good. And we're going to take a very, very slow decline on a count of 7. So start lying back, keeping the heels pressed down. So 3.5 will be halfway down. We're at 6. 5. 4. Keep the upper arms plugging in. 3.5. 3. She's doing a great job. Make it look very easy. 2. And 1. Beautiful. And just let the arms rest. Use your next exhale to release the Ujjayi breath. And stay here for as long as you wish. This is the final pose Shavasana. Hope you enjoyed this. And if so, click the subscribe button below, and we'll see you for another class very soon. Thanks for watching. Namaste.